Seat, please. Thank you. There has been a little bit of chatter online. As you guys know, we've been live streaming this. So the first shout out, thank you. I didn't have the whistle. I appreciate it. Welcome back from break. We're about to get started with the next few panels. But let me start off by saying the live streaming has been done by the one and the only Matt Watley. It is going extremely successfully, but we have greatly neglected our online audience. Guys, we hear you. Thanks for tuning in, and you will see your questions integrated in the panels coming up. So a couple surprises coming up. First, we have a team from MIT who's going to introduce a great project quickly for all of us. Aaron Zinman and Greg Elliott from MIT Media Lab will talk about Conbit and how all of you might be able to help in scaling this up. We will then move to the panel that was scheduled to be the last in the day. This is Tracking in a Crisis. So that's what's coming up next. And here's Aaron and Greg. Thanks.
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for being here. We feel very honored. So I'm Aaron Zinman, this is Greg Elliott. We're graduate students at the MIT Media Lab. And we're actually here because Dale Joachim and Chris Mihai, professors at the MIT Media Lab who are right there, after the crisis organized a class trying to figure out what could MIT do to help out. And there was a lot of people from all across the institute, not only engineers, but professors of linguistics and so on. And we heard a lot of kind of political dialogue about the history of Haiti and the problems that have gone with different NGOs. And what we kept hearing on over and over again was how NGOs in the past would hire outside people, non-Haitians, to come in and do jobs, which is great, so you get that bridge built, but you're not empowering Haitians to be in control of their own destiny or stimulating the local economy, et cetera. So, but we also recognize the grave situation of mass destruction, and even post that, without any ability of something like Monster.com there, how do you actually find and employ Haitians? If you're an NGO who's stepping up, where do you even go? Because you can't just post signs in the middle of town, which we understand is a little bit of a common way of doing things, or you can't rely on mouth to mouth forever, because that's also not equitable. So what we wanted to do was build a technology to assess the skill sets of the Haitian population, build up this database and make it easily searchable by NGOs to hire Haitians.
So what we've created, given the high illiteracy rate and the lack of web access, is a telephone number, actually, that number you can call right now, where Haitians would call in and sort of go through a voice tree where they could sort of list the skills that they have. And we're assessing any sort of skills. So sort of we ask things like, do you have any experience in construction? We're trying to elicit story-like responses, the kind of thing where if you've taken care of a loved one for several years, you have some sort of nursing capability. You could be a stand-in nurse. If you're able to drive a truck, maybe you can help remove rubble that way. And we're trying to elicit these sort of skills that normally go by the wayside, that people wouldn't think to normally offer. And so, both of us speak French and Spanish to some degree. We would never apply to be French translators. But in a time of crisis, we're more than willing to offer those skills. And so taking that idea to Haiti and trying to sort of get into the population and actually find out what people can do and how when they're available to do it. We then make that data available to the NGOs to search via translation.
So the reason why we built this phone-based system is because we recognize that there's a strong portion of the country that's illiterate. So we didn't want to discriminate across different kinds of people. So what we do is we take these recordings, we then crowdsource the translation. Next slide, please. I think that's on the next slide. I don't know. So much like actually inspired by 4636. Okay, this is the search interface. I don't know, maybe it's not on these slides, but either way, inspired by 4636 and the tremendous success that they've had with getting volunteers who want to help out, we crowdsource the translation, we transcribe it, and then make that searchable. So this is kind of our workflow. I know that we're very limited in time, so just kind of quickly, the status is where we're at. We've partnered with Digicel to be able to do the phone calls in Haiti. We've partnered with a UN development program who's going to create for us an intermediary NGO to interview people to help kind of filter out what people are saying.
To be clear, that NGO is more like an agency that we want to be Haitian-run and employing Haitians. We don't want yet another international agency that's there to sort of try to, we want this to be much more in the spirit of the project we're doing, employing Haitians.
So what we're looking for right now, we're beta testing in Boston, and we're working with an anthropologist at the university in Haiti to do ethnographic studies with our target populations there. So we're looking for more help with beta testers, and we're also looking for feedback and partnerships with NGOs, because we want to get as much feedback as we can early on so we can be agile and make sure we don't have a fixed system asking the wrong questions and then have to re-interview the population.
And so again, this is to employ locations, but it's also to make everyone's lives easier who are on the ground right there now. So any feedback you have for us at this point is really a way to sort of influence the system before it gets rolling.
Thank you.
Awesome. Aaron and Greg, thank you guys so much. I think that's exactly what today is all about, finding partners, an opportunity to meet new people and grow your projects. So without further ado, tracking in a crisis, let me introduce Dan Stoneking, who will be our moderator. He's the director of the Private Sector Office of External Affairs at the Federal Emergency Management Agency.